So, you're most welcome to my social media platforms, YouTube channel, and TikTok account. If you're following me, if you've been following me, thank you so much. And this is another project that I've come to show you. And also, please, you have to give us this works. Let us do for you very good work like the way we have done here, and basically you can start your farming journey. So piggery is an enterprise where you really need to be very organized and see that you get your figures right and establish something that is not going to disturb you. Looking at this structure, this is going to be a 10 mother unit structure. It's going to keep some mothers and their partners at different stages. So 10 unit farm is basically a farm that is going to give you returns. If you, let's say you're going to do 2 mothers at a time, you find that your returns are going to really be consistent and quite high compared to someone who's doing 2 mothers. So you have to look at what level of pig farming are you going to start with, and structure is one area that is going to take some good amount of money, and you have to plan accordingly how to establish cost-effective structure looking at that size of the farm. That's why our structures are always designed basing on the client's needs, basing on the size of the enterprise, accounting for the time you're going to return your money, accounting for when you should actually expect your money back from the enterprise. You can look at this farmer. The previous structure is that structure there that is up, and it's housing around 5 mothers and doesn't have space where to grow the offsprings, the piglets, the pigs that come out. Now, establishing this structure will account for fattening units, grower units, winner units, finisher units, and you can find that your workflow, your flow of work will be really so efficient and effective. So you need to plan your investment so well, and this is going to be our IMO system. We are going to do here we are going to do part of sawdust and the rest, and to see that we put up the IMO system. And that the importance of the IMO system is that it has no smell. That is one. The other thing is basically you're going to collect all your manure, which is decomposed, and you get it to your gardens. That is one of the effectiveness of the IMO system. The other thing is labor usage. You don't have people that are going to be cleaning so often, because with the cement kind of system you need to have people to clean. And with the IMO system, you will have less workforce working in the piggery unit, and animals will actually still be healthy and effective. So you have to, after making the whole IMO, the IMO can be changed after every 6 months. That's after every cell you organize to get off the IMO and rechange it for the next patterning. So you get it off to your garden, and change it. The IMO system works effectively for a smaller number of sows. If you have a large farm, that means you have to go into another kind of system. That's why I said we customize the structures basing on basing on the farmer's needs, basing on the size of the farm. So don't leave us out. Give us your work and we can really deliver for you very nice work and start your project smoothly. We also have breeds, animal breeds. Getting in the planning phase, you need to know the quotation. How much are you going to spend on the structure, the plan? You need to put up the plan for that specific size of the farm. So we also have breeds that you can actually purchase from us and establish your farm. And this is a nice establishment where we shall show you when the whole thing is finished. But ideally, this is a nice establishment we have here. We are going to have nipple system. We are going to have some feeders that we are going to have for animals. Basically, this is a very good enterprise for someone looking at 10 mothers and having all the units used up by those 10 mothers. All the units will be utilized. So it is not safe for you to construct a structure. Then you find that you have redundant space. Structures depreciate, so you have to make sure all your rooms are really accounted for. Why should you put this new structure? Why should you put an extra space? So you make sure all the units are countable. That's why we customize our structures, basically targeting the need of the farmer. Please get in. Reach out to us and we can establish for you poultry structures, dairy structures, piggery structures, and you start your farming journey effectively with limited mistakes. You find that in farming, farmers are always supposed to make final decisions, but always those decisions are influenced by so many factors. And usually it can be the economic factors, don't have money, financial factors. It can be your network. It can be another farmer has told you that you can establish something like this. It can be a technical person that is telling you you can establish something like this. So, but every decision you make, it's actually backed up by finances. It's going to be having a financial implication. So you have to make sure that you're going to make a decision that is going to be efficient, that is going to reduce costs on your farm. There is no need for you to construct so many good structures and put there a few animals. There is no need for you to construct so many piggery units and put there a few animals. So you have to make sure that when we are doing planning, we get to know what level, how is your expansion plan. So all the things are discussed and see that we establish something that is meaningful for that particular time period that you're looking at. And that is the most important thing in planning structures. Remember, they are the ones that are going to take a lot of money in startup costs. It is a fixed cost, and definitely you should be able to return that money. So I'm looking at a farmer that is establishing a structure and is looking at returning that money within 2 cycles from the mothers. If your mothers have produced 2 times, should be able to sell off all those fatteners and say that you've recovered all your fixed costs and your farm is now running on profits. So that's a farmer I'm looking at out there. You should be on your calculator so that you are establishing right things. Your figures are close to each other. You've reduced mistakes. That's the most important thing. So here we shall have a drainage system where the waste will flow. Basically, you come definitely you can see the roof that was done is really so good. The roof work is so good. The bricklaying is very smart, and this puts your farm to another standard. Bricklaying was done smartly, and basically now left with a few things, and we put our animals inside here to this beautiful structure that we are establishing here. So please leave a like and follow us on our social media platforms, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, so that you don't miss out this information about farming. So we actually have quite a number of WhatsApp groups where we interact with our farmers, and shout out to all those that know me in those WhatsApp groups. So we keep interacting and see that we actually push farming in Africa to a very good standard. We actually push farming in Africa and increase our profit margins. Basically, the challenge we have here is our cost of production is highly influenced by so many factors, in that our equipment that we use is still low. So we still have those challenges of equipment. We still have challenge that we need a lot of labor to do so many things. So if we have strategies, and that happens in structure, when you're structuring, if you have strategies to see that you reduce the number of workers, you reduce the number of workforce that you need in those units to run a certain piggery farm, you find that your farm runs cost effectively. One of the reasons why farmers actually fail in farming is basically starting too small and demanding a lot of inputs. For instance, you started small, but your labor requirement is really so high, in that you need a technical person to be running your farm, but the small capacity that you've started with does not allow you to actually get in a qualified person to run your farm. So you need to train someone that will take a lot of time to learn in that learning phase. You will need time to really learn what is supposed to be done in piggery, so that but if you've started your farm at a reasonable size, let's say you've combined your small resources together and you've started your farm at a reasonable size, you can actually evaluate, get your technical team together, evaluate a person that is going to come and run your farm, so that you are running efficient farm. So some of us have really technical capacity to see that we push your farm to next level. For instance, what has just happened in this farm in terms of structure, we are pushing it to a next level. So the person that will be running this farm, that will be operating this farm, will have at least a certificate level of qualification. So with such a person, it's very easy to train them and take them into the system of farming. These people coming out from school, yes, they have learned some good elementary knowledge, and you find that they can actually do for you the work. So the key thing here is start at a reasonable size, get good people to do for you the work, and you find that you're running your farm profitably, which is the key factor. All of us are looking at profit margins. All of us are looking at making money out of our enterprises. So at the end of it all, you're looking at what profit margin are you making, and how best are you going to avoid the risks, the so many risks that are associated with the farming. So that's the most important thing that we are bringing here. So this is the done breed, and I do have breeds, and of course I have some crosses of large white Yorkshire, and you can reach out to me for F1 breeding gills, and ideally that is the best breeding line as a mother that you can start your farm with. Thank you so much. Please give us work, and we can deliver for you the work.